YouTube. You know my famous motto, man. Go over there, man, and hit me with a like, thumbs up. Let me know I'm doing my stuff, man. Hit everything over there if you can, homie. You know what I'm saying? This one right here, the young homie said, back in the days, what was like the drug of choice for my generation, and how was the people that was getting high, how was the smokers, you know what I'm saying, that was banging and shit like that, like what was their characters, basically. My take on it, homie, the drug of choice, I know that Sherman, that water filtered heavy through. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker. Every turf damn near blew some water. You had motherfuckers that blew Sherman, homie, from these neighborhoods and shit. And then I know it was, you know, you probably had a couple motherfuckers really, you know, motherfuckers, few motherfuckers probably fucked with hard. But if you wasn't gang banging and wasn't on your shit fucking with extracurricular shit, niggas would try you, homie. You know what I'm saying? If you was on extracurricular shit outside of weed and sherm and shit, and your banging wasn't enhanced, nigga, you was gonna get fucked up. Cause therefore you fucking up and you not being accountable for it. So therefore, them was DPs off the back then, nigga. You gotta, you know, compensate yourself for what you fucking up on. So you know, that's how that went, homie. And I remember we used to go get some sherm over, I think over in the 5-5s, homie, somewhere like on Normandy and 54th or some shit. It was like a house and shit. I remember we used to go over there banged out sometime and get sherm and shit. Like some niggas, I think some of the older homies older than me, when I slid over there, you know, they kind of had a rapport with a couple of them dudes. And then sometime we used to have to send a homie that one flamed up like that one banged out to go get it. Cause that was disrespect, you know what I'm saying? And then the nigga didn't want to, you know, niggas didn't want to get served with no bullshit, kill a homie off or get sick, you know? So sometimes we had to go to some of these spots if we didn't go to where no homies was at. Niggas had to go kind of casual at these other spots to show respect, because it was high tension, or you might run into some other gangs in the same token to trying to score or some shit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, niggas used to send a homie in that was neutral, and niggas would be in the car with a gun or whatever, waiting for whoever to arrive and shit, you know what I'm saying, back to the car. And actually, homie, that shit back then, homie, niggas that I know that fucked around and shit, and niggas, you know, niggas that blew water, that shit was a enhancement, homie. You know, it enhanced niggas banging, homie. Niggas wasn't sitting around tucked out, ducked out, spooked. That shit was like an enhancement. Motherfucker get high and intoxicated on something and be ready to go front line. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas could call cases off that sherm and tripping, jump front line and shit. You know we be out our motherfucking minds, homie, not really accountable and shit. You know, in our youth and shit, not knowing what the effect shit take a hold and fuck with us on. You know what I'm saying? And and I remember sometime different hoods used to have firework. You know, my hood sometime had firework, and you would get motherfuckers from all over, homie. You know, Bloods might get Crips in they hood to come and buy some work. You know what I'm saying? And you had Crips that'll go to Blood hoods and buy work. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, at these times, homie, banging is kind of, you know, it was at its kind of still at a high in the mid-90s and shit. So You know, sometime a nigga, if you out of bounds, you fucking up, and you in these different hoods. I done heard of niggas becoming victims, you know, beat out of niggas' hoods, because they was over there slipping, doing what they, nigga don't have no business doing. Nigga get victimized, beat up out of a hood, shot, stabbed, barely making it out of a Crip neighborhood, or a Crip barely making it out of Blood neighborhood. And then on the flip side, sometimes niggas became victims because you had Bloods that'd get high and get on jack and robbing sprees and go to hoods and hit motherfuckers and just off of some intoxication shit. And then you had Crips that'd do the same thing, wind up hitting Blood hoods and try to do some shit, rob a motherfucker or do some shit. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of common, homie. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of common, dog. You know, and unfortunately, that's how it was, dog. You know, I was there. I was caught up as a victim of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Of a G motherfucker coming to our hood to buy some work. You know what I'm saying? And at this particular time, dog, you know, hustling back then, a nigga might have a couple pieces of whatever you was hustling, some herb or whatever you was hustling. You have a few of them on you, and whatever else put up. You know what I'm saying? And if you was out there late at night and there was a night shift you particular be on, and you just didn't want to have both on you, so you had what you hustling on you and had your pistol in the cut. So at this particular time, homie, this would start making me get my shit in order and talk to myself and start gathering my whiffs and determining what type of motherfucker I want to be out here, dog. You know what I'm saying? So at this particular night, I'm intoxicated, you know, H2O, intoxicated, and I'm hustling. And I got my thing in the bushes, you know, feeling like the hood kind of safe as cracking, you know. The homies had peeled out, went functioning. I wasn't able to hit the hood on time to catch up to go to the function with the homies and shit. Over in the 20 Bloods at that time. They was known for having good functions, them 20s, homie. They had the chicken spot. A nigga could function over there and bail around the corner and get a piece of chicken strapped, get a piece of chicken in the homie's hood, and then bail back to the function, homie. Them was good days. So anyway, the homies was gone, homie. You know what I'm saying? They was out. I'm hustling, strapping a cut, and I'm functioning. So now I get a customer that come up, G Swole nigga, kind of with a curl G nigga, and he pull up, get out, he bail up, G nigga, and he like, let me get 2 dubs on me. You know what I'm saying? So he got his cheese in his hand, homie. So I snatched his cheese from him. You know, that was total disrespect, you know. But I ain't knowing it was still like motherfuckers that was smoking, getting high, that was still gangsters at that time, dog. You know, and you had to just learn a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, to see who was a gangster and who wasn't off that shit. So I snatched the nigga 220s. That was a violation off the back, homie. I'm like, blood, get that shit here, homie. I snatched the 220s. And then I'm on some Bo Billy bullshit. So I hit the nigga with two big old 10s, pushing them off for 20s to go for the 40. You know what I'm saying? So he like, no, nigga, homie. I'm not taking this, homie. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm like, well, nigga, give me back my work then, nigga. So I snatched my work from him. He like, oh, no, homie, I'm not having that. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he from the other side and shit. Oh, homie, I'm not one of them type niggas, homie. You can't do that, both. And my nigga wind up 3-piecing a nigga. Boom, bop, boom. Nigga had me out there walking sleep on my motherfucking feet. You know what I'm saying? And it just so happened, homie, my homeboys had hit the corner coming from where they was coming from. I remember it was one of my homeboy, Big 211. Few more homeboys, dog. You know what I'm saying? They wind up seeing this shit in the mix of happening, homie, and coming to my aid, homie, and fading this motherfucker off, homie. But you know what I'm saying? The whole moral of the story that niggas was banging and still handling their business back in the days compared to now, I think, when niggas is under the influence. And niggas was still gangsters back then, kind of compared to now, you know, with niggas off intoxicated and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my story, homie, on getting into it with, you know, trying to gangster a G motherfucker getting high, you know what I'm saying, and got my hat brought to me. But then in the same token of learning, made me say, man, I can't be under the influence grinding. And I gotta be on my shit out here, homie, because a nigga can't be disrespectful, slipping, get himself knocked off or killed, homie. But that's just how the drug phase was popping, homie, at my time, homie. You know what I'm saying? And how shit was, dog.